Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. In today's video, it is just a breakfast prep. So normally I do a great big meal prep. However, with it being 4th of July weekend and my husband and I just returning from a 3-week vacation, I am just doing a breakfast prep this week. And I think for lunches each day, I'm just gonna make a fresh salad to have for lunch. So this is gonna be a very quick prep this week. So what I'm doing for breakfast prep is actually just some egg muffins. I'm just gonna be taking some Canadian bacon, cheese, and eggs and putting them in muffin tins and baking them, and that's all I'm going to be doing. So if you want to see how I meal prep these for my husband and I, then stay with me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Christy and I'm planning us healthy. So for this recipe, it's very easy. There's a lot of different variations. Basically what you do is just bake the eggs in a muffin tin. You put all the ingredients together in there. I've actually done this with ham before. I've done it with bacon. You can use whatever you want for this. And there are also different ways that you can do the eggs. So I am going to be doing the egg scrambled this time, but I have done it where you put I've done it where you put like a ham slice on the bottom, put some cheese over it, and just crack an egg over the top and let it cook that way. But I want to have my egg scrambled. So all I need for this is Canadian bacon. I'm going to be using 12 eggs and then about a half a cup of reduced fat cheese. I'm just going to put about 1/8 of a cup of cheese on each one. So what I've done is taken my muffin pan and I've sprayed it generously with some cooking spray. Now you can do this however you want. If you prefer to cut these up, you can. I'm just gonna put them in the bottom and kind of use them basically as a crust. I'm not gonna be using a carb in this. Something else you could also do is I've seen recipes with hash browns on the bottom, so you could also do that. So I'm just gonna go through and put these bacon pieces on the bottom the best that I can. So now I'm just going to go through and add some of the cheese in the bottom. And I'm just going to do half of the cheese because I want to put half of it on the top as well. All right, I'm going to set that aside and get my 12 eggs cracked. Okay, once the eggs are in there, then just add whatever seasonings you want. I'm just going to add some of this Himalayan pink salt and some pepper. At this point, if you want to add green onion or anything else, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to do the salt and pepper and that's it. So now just give it a good whisk. All right, now we're just gonna scoop the egg right into that, or pour it in there if you want. I'm just gonna use a little ladle and just kind of scoop it in there. Now for the points and calories on this, for 2 of these, it's gonna be 4 points on blue and purple and 8 points on green. And then calories is gonna be about 270 calories. So some of the bacon comes up on the side, as you can see. You kind of gotta just move that down in there. In order to make these bacon pieces fit, you kind of have to tear them a little bit. Now these are gonna rise up in the oven, and then once you take them out, they should go back down again. And the best thing about these is you can freeze these. I've done that. I've froze them individually. Just wrap them in some saran wrap individually and put them in your freezer. They freeze real well. And they'll be good for maybe like 2 months. So now just put the rest of the cheese on top. And again, at this point, if you wanted to add something, some green onion or anything. I say green onion because a lot of times that's what I do. In fact, I may just add some green onion like the day that I eat these. And you definitely could use less cheese too. As you can see, this puts quite a bit of cheese in each one. All right, so now these are going into a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes. You just want to make sure that the eggs are set and cooked through. Okay, that's what they look like. So as you can see, they're pretty puffed up right now. They will go down a little bit. So as you can see, the bacon doesn't really stay at the bottom. So if you prefer to just cut it up, you can go ahead and do that. If you use ham slices, now ham slices has stayed at the bottom. I've used that before, like a slice of deli ham and just kind of wrap it around down in the bottom, and that stays pretty good. But this bacon looked like it kind of rose up with the egg. So I'm gonna let that sit and cool and then put them in our meal prep containers. Okay, so that's it. So I have them in our meal prep containers. These are mine. I actually ended up putting a little bit of green onion on mine. My husband didn't want it on his. So normally when I do breakfast prep, I will just put enough for each day into its own meal prep container. So usually you see me when I do meal prep, I end up with 6 containers, 3 for my husband, 3 for me. Since this is all I'm doing this week, I just put each of ours in one container. So what we'll do is just take the whole thing to work, and each day we'll just get 2 out. I'll wrap them in a paper towel and heat them up. These will probably only take about 30 seconds, so I won't heat them longer than that. You definitely don't want to overheat them in the microwave because the eggs will taste very overdone. So that's all I'm doing. And then I'm probably gonna have some fruit on the side with it, maybe some blueberries. I do have a cantaloupe, so just depending if I get that cut up. But for now, this is all I'm gonna be doing for breakfast prep for the week. So very simple. Just goes to show if you don't have time, you can easily put something together like this. So I hope you enjoyed this breakfast prep this week. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe. I'll talk to you in my next video. I'm Christy, and I'm planning us healthy.